I looked into Putin's eyes and I see three letters, a K, a G, and a B. He's an old KGB apparatchik surrounded by his buddies who were in the KGB, and he's not going to restore the power and prestige of the Soviet Union, but he is trying to restore the Russian Empire, and he enjoys sticking his thumb in our eye.
В этом заинтересованы в подписании новых договоров.
Do you think the Iranians will create a nuclear bomb? Did you discuss this with Nicolas Sarkozy?
Да, мы упоминали эту проблему. Я не думаю, что Иран примет это.
Yes, we mentioned the problem. I don't think the Iranians are looking to make a nuclear bomb. We have no reason to believe this. The Iranian people are very proud and independent. They are trying to implement their legal right to develop peaceful nuclear technologies.
And I think you're lying, Mr. Putin. I believe I have to agree with John McCain. I believe everything you say in public is pretty much the opposite of the truth. And your partners in Iran do the same thing. When Ahmadinejad called for wiping Israel off the map, he meant it. When Rafsanjani, former president of Iran and chairman of the Expediency Council, preached a Friday sermon back in December 2001 about the limitations of conventional weaponry and condemned Western support of Israel's nuclear arsenal, he meant it too. If one day, he said, the Islamic world is also equipped with weapons like those that Israel possesses now, he said, then the imperialist strategy will reach a standstill because the use of even one nuclear bomb inside Israel will destroy everything. So, surely we understand that the Iranians have indeed entertained the possibility of possessing nuclear weapons. He added that such a strike would cause only minimal damage to nearby Islamic populations and stressed that the regime considered a nuclear attack a clear possibility, stating, quote, "It is not irrational to contemplate such an eventuality."
I should say that formally, Iran hasn't violated any rules. It even has the right to carry out enrichment. It only takes a quick glance at the relevant documents to confirm this. There were some claims that Iran hadn't revealed all its programs to the IAEA. This is what we need to clear up. But to a large extent, Iran has revealed its nuclear programs. I repeat, there is no official basis for legal claims against Iran. But I have always openly told our Iranian colleagues that we take into account that Iran is not isolated in a vacuum. It is part of a very dangerous and volatile region. They should keep this in mind and avoid aggravating their neighbors and the international community, and should take steps to convince the international community that they have no secret plans. We have worked in a very tight cooperation with our partners in Iran and within the framework of the six-party talks, and we will continue to do this in the future.
Никаких тайных помыслов у иранского руководства нет.
Did you convince Sarkozy that Iran doesn't have a military nuclear program?
Я не ставил перед собой в ходе этой...
I did not come with this aim. I can assure you that Sarkozy is no less informed than the President of Russia, and especially the former President of Russia. We didn't discuss this part of the problem. We just noted that we should continue our work to solve it.
Мы говорили о том, что она пока существует, и нужно вместе работать для того, чтобы...
If one day you find out that Iran is creating a bomb, will this be a problem for Russia?
If. There can be no ifs in politics. If we do discover this, then we will decide how to act.
To finish off this topic, let's talk about principles. Do you think that Iran, as a nation, has the right to a military nuclear program?
We are against, this is our principle, we are against the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. We think it's a very dangerous trend. And most importantly, it's not in the interest either of Iran or the region as a whole, because the use of nuclear weapons in such a small region as the Middle East is nothing short of a suicide. In whose interest could a nuclear bomb possibly be used? Palestine? If nuclear weapons were used, Palestine would cease to exist. We remember the Chernobyl tragedy. All it takes is for the wind to blow in the wrong direction, and that's it. Who could possibly benefit from this? We think it's counterproductive. This has always been our position, and I hope this opinion will be shared by President Medvedev as well. We will use any means possible to prevent the spread of nuclear weapons. That's why we proposed an international program of enrichment, because Iran is only a part of the problem. A lot of countries are on the threshold of the peaceful use of nuclear energy, and this means that they will need enrichment technology. And if they create their own closed cycle to solve the problem, there will always be the suspicion that they could produce military-grade uranium. It is difficult to control. That's why we proposed carrying out the enrichment on the territory of those countries which are beyond suspicion, because they already possess nuclear weapons. All those countries will get a guarantee that they will receive the uranium they need and be able to send spent fuel for recycling. It is possible to create such system, and it will be reliable and safe.